We are live.
Jobber Nation, welcome to a Tuesday night special delight of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from I'm here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black in the building. Did you miss us? We are gonna spend the next maybe about an hour talking about some wrestling. We're gonna talk about Money in the Bank. We're gonna talk about AEW's 250th episode coming up
Oh yeah.
along with other things in wrestling. But before we get to that, I do want to thank Dijak for coming on last week. Everyone
Great
really
conversation.
loved the episode. That those that watch live, so thank everyone that did tune in. It was a really, really great episode. He was honestly, he's one of those people. Like I felt like we could have talked to him all day. Like if he
He
had to go
knew it
get
too, though.
paid, like I was like, sir, like you want to have tea? Shout out to Vaughn. Good
Shout out
morning,
to
good afternoon,
Vaughn.
good evening, wherever you guys are watching,
Shout out to my
listening.
boy. Shout out to my boy Sean. Shout out to Shout out to what's that dude's name? Dr. D for Blurcott once again holding it down. He
For
held
the
it
niggas.
down. I wish I went it, but it was just like it was good. Like I wish I had, but you know what it is? I thought that it was this week. That's
Oh,
why.
so
That's
I
why.
heard because Danny had told me that they had announced. I think next year they're doing it in March.
Perfect.
They're gonna
Perfect.
do it earlier next year,
Part.
which is really actually is really better. So,
Yeah.
um, oh, Vaughn was on the panel this year. That's dope. Shout out
That's
to
dope.
him.
Shout out to Eddie
Uh,
James.
Good evening, Mr. Eddie James. I feel like that. Are you one of the five heartbeats or something? I just feel like that's such a like a old R&B 80s 90s name. That's so funny. But other than that, how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing in real life and in wrestling world? Um, so yeah, BlurCon next year, March 7th through the 9th.
I think it's better though
Um,
because like I think Vaughn pointed this out. Oh, someone pointed out like, well, fuck it. I give him the credit. He was just like, it just make more sense for like cosplay because the costume be dumbass hot in the summertime. Look like, yeah, this should be hot.
so it's a struggle. The 2 years I went, I was just like, I don't understand how these
It's
people
too
are in
hot.
costumes all
You're
day,
right. Right. All day I'm looking like,
all
nah. All
day.
day I'm looking like, I'm looking like, Mind you, that venue is not big enough. Like
No,
people
like
don't
that
understand. It's not.
hotel,
It's not
nah,
big enough. It's not big enough. Yeah, yeah. It has a lot. You know what it is? It's big vertical, but it's not big
like
wide.
this wise, yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, so we're gonna check that out. Maybe
See,
see if
there you
we can
go. There you go. It
experience.
was Vaughn who said that.
Oh, see, shout out to Horn getting that credit. All right, let's start. I guess we could go back and talk about jump in to Money in the Bank in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
So tell us about your experience. We listening. I got my Stanley
Ooh, ooh, you
full
got
of
your
water.
Stanley? Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Oh, you got
live
money, son. Nigga got
I
Stanley.
it's
Nigga.
a dollar.
Whoa. First of all, my girlfriend gets Stanleys for cheap because her brother works at the hardware store. It's like she got a super deep
Okay.
discount. Yeah, and after that, this is my house cup.
Your house cup.
Oh,
Hmm
you fancy. You got a Stanley for
So
a
it's
house cup,
funny because
nigga?
all the house cups here is my wrestling cup. That's those are house cups.
hmm
But Money in the Bank, I was blessed enough to listen. I almost didn't even make it to Money in the Bank. Let me tell you,
hmm
because so about like a month and a half ago, I realized my passport was going to expire. So I had literally got the appointment the day before 4th of July and picked up my passport the day before we left. So it was a bit crazy, but got to Canada, first time flying into Canada. It was really, really, really interesting. When we landed, we were going through customs with Michael P.S. Hayes was online with us. It was so
Yo,
random.
did you see the Trinidad guy with the flag?
No, I swear, I felt like I saw everybody else but that man. God damn it. But so we get there. Of course, Danny in the suite, but I had got tickets. I was kind of on TV side, but it was such a great. I've never watched wrestling internationally. I mean, people don't really see Canada internationally, but it is. So it was my first time seeing wrestling internationally, so that was pretty dope.
They saw you on
Money in the
NXT.
Bank.
Someone said that they saw you.
No, mad people saw me, like, cause I was there. I was barricade for the first time. It was an experience that I probably would never do again because it's a lot of fucking work. Cause you gotta get up and down, and you gotta be on barricade. You gotta be like on. Like you would love it because you would be like I'm here. Like I was just like, I'm tired. Like I'm waiting for Trick to come out so I can bug out and say, "What's that Trick?" I was just waiting for
That
that.
was Javon. That's his name, right?
Yeah,
Javon put on for I said. He put on for the city.
he put
Yo,
off for Charlotte, North
son,
Carolina, hard body.
watching it from television, I was just like glued to the seat. He was MVP. He was that glue guy in that match. Like, oh,
Nah,
he,
they
oof.
really NXT has been cooking, but Money in the Bank, it was really dope. They actually started the show. I don't know if it was live, but Trish Stratus had came out and I fucking lost it. I was like, "I'm here for Trish
For
Stratus."
what? For what?
In the
For
very
what?
beginning of Money in the Bank, but I don't know if it was
Oh,
live.
yeah. No, no, no.
She
Vince,
had
no, no, no,
came
no, no,
out,
no.
and then that's when. Then after that, Samantha had sung the which was
Oh, no,
I
no,
thought
no,
was
no, no.
weird
No,
because
no, 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 no,
I've
no.
never really experienced that. They sung the national anthem, both of them. They had
They do
Samantha
that.
sing
They do that. They do that.
national anthem, and then they had this guy sing the Canadian national
Yeah, they
anthem.
do that. They do that at the basketball games too. Like whenever you have like
But
it's not your event, they always do that. They do both.
no, but for wrestling, that was like the first like outside of like WrestleMania, I've never experienced that. So I was just like, oh, this is different. And then what was crazy was the section I was sitting in. The section next to was when Jay is where Jay came out of. So when I was walking from next
Nice.
to, I had saw the crowd of people, and I was sitting there like, are there people there for Jay Uso? If this nigga is on this next section, I'm gonna be upset. And then that's how they started. They kicked it off with him coming through the crowd, and that was dope. And the crowd was really everybody was into it. The vibe was there. Listen, I did not hear not an inkling about Jonathan Cena in the motherfucking building. So when Trish started saying 15 times, everybody looked around like, "Are you dead ass? Like what?" And then when he came out, so we if you in the arena, you don't really get to see the little details. So like, I didn't see the towel where it was like this is the end or like the end is now or something like that. Like where y'all saw it on TV, y'all caught it, but us there, I didn't see it. So I was still like, "Oh my God, it's John Cena, woo!" Not thinking that my man is out here about to talk about how we on a retirement tour. And the whole everybody was just like quiet. Like it was just like, what? Like, no. What do you mean? But then when you think about it, it's like, yo, between in the next year, who would y'all want to see John Cena face? Because like everybody off rip was like Randy Orton. And I was just like,
No, no,
ah,
no,
Mike
no,
Mizanin
No,
5 minutes, low key.
no, no.
bro, you have. It's a bunch of people because he's going on tour. I think it's Miz,
Punk.
Cody,
Definitely
Randy,
so.
Punk. Um,
So last
the other
night I low key said Mark Henry just on a random because I was like, oh, that would actually be pretty cool.
too bad
Bobby
Undertaker's
Lashley.
retired. Bobby
No, no, no,
Lashley.
no, 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 no. He deserved a one-on-one with Bobby Lashley. Out of like, that's the one fight I want to see. Big Match John versus Bobby Lashley. You only saw that once. That was before you left the company. You yet to see that in modern day time. That's gonna be a banger.
So then my
That
question to you guys would be
Shout out to Backstage Brawl.
who like upcoming would you like to see? Like, because during this tour, Cena gonna have to put somebody else, some two people over. Like, we not just gonna do a swan song. We gonna have to put some work in.
Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
literally
it.
those two. There's like nobody else.
Boom and blow.
And I
And
had a gun.
you know what? You know what? Grayson Waller.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
My only fear is like how when him and Austin Theory had that situation and it didn't really help Austin. I don't want that to happen to
Um,
Grayson.
okay, okay. Now let's talk about that. I think it helps him. Okay, in a
Like
wrestling sense,
it was a
because
smidge. It was like
it did, it did. You know what it is though? Is it's a good flex. You feel me? It's a good notch on your belt. It's kind of like as that guy when you finally slayed that hot girl, but then you realize a coochie sting. It's just like
I'm
a
hollering. I'm hollering.
yeah, because the match sucked. That was John Cena worst match I ever seen.
Yo, I was so disappointed because we ran into like I'll never forget. We
Yes,
ran into our seats to see Cena like in this match,
we were
and we
so
were just
hyped.
like, I was so disappointed. But no, but seeing Cena there and just kind of it's a reality. It was kind of like a reality check. Like,
Oh shoot! Happy birthday, Bobby Lashley! It's his birthday. He's a Cancer.
oh, happy
Okay.
birthday, Roberto! Woo! Um, but seeing Cena announce his retirement, it was just
Yeah.
that shock value of like a lot of the people we grew up watching are gonna be stepping to the side one by
Well,
one.
niggas is old.
Yeah, yo, for
Niggas
real,
is
like when Cena
John
was like
Cena has been
25 years, I
wrestling.
was like 20 years. I was like, damn, that's like half of my life. Damn,
He's
I
been
gotta do
wrestling for
really
like
kind of
maybe
thing.
even more than that. Maybe like 25 years.
I was like,
I
damn,
mean, understand, like John Cena is like we're not gonna appreciate John Cena until he's gone, and we did
no,
just
at all.
like how that like look at LeBron James. People don't appreciate LeBron James until now. Look like then once he's
But
gone, you're gonna appreciate him.
that's who
Like
Cena was.
yeah, like
That's who Cena is.
John Cena fulfilled every suburban white kid fantasy. He got a
He got
he
the
got a
rap.
he got a platinum album,
Oh,
platinum,
yo, my man has
platinum.
bars. Like, I think people don't really respect Jonathan Cena in that sense. Like, he got bars.
Son,
Like I'm gonna
I'm
need y'all to
talking
put some
of
respect on him.
bars. I'm talking about bars. Bad man. Ooh, ooh. With the video with the whip. Ooh, with the
So, all right. So, last question about John Cena to you guys. So, what do you think is gonna be the biggest like thing he does? Like, do you think he's gonna win the Rumble? Do you see a win at WrestleMania?
turn heel. Turn
He's not
heel.
turning heel.
Oh,
I think that had a
you think
because
he gonna go out as a heel?
he doesn't need nothing. He doesn't need these King of Ring. He don't need Royal Rumble. He doesn't need it. It makes no sense. He's big time
Ah,
John. He doesn't
he
need it.
may. So at first,
I'm
I was
listening.
playing with Michael, and I was like, it'd be dope if he won Rumble, and then it was him and Cena. I mean, him and Cody at WrestleMania. I was like, that would be interesting. But then
Yes.
I said, but then when I found out that the one title he hasn't won is the IC title,
IC title.
I said, oh, this will be the nigga to win Money in the Bank next year and cash in on that title.
I think
So
he's winning. I think he's winning the world title again.
I think he's definitely gonna. I mean, we got 12 months, so I definitely think a world title run, even if it's for 2 days to beat the record. I
Okay.
think it may go down.
Speaking of Money in the Bank, do you feel like they wasted it?
No,
Okay,
I
explain.
don't.
Go ahead.
I don't. I think they're very, very heavy in storytelling, and like they're very, very heavy in continuing that forward motion. I think had someone had Drew cashed in and won the belt off of Damien, it would have diminished his title run. And I feel like we're just starting to get the momentum of his run. But also, it was a double-edged sword because I didn't even put two and two together until after it happened. When Phil fucking screwed Drew, he screwed fucking Seth too. And I said, oh shit. How did we get a 2-for-1 deal out of that? So it
Exactly.
continues the story. It continues, and they've been working towards the Drew and CM Punk match. So I don't think it was a waste of a cash in. I think any of the guys there, they still can get title opportunities and throughout the year and things of that nature. So I don't think it was a waste. I think it just was what it was. Like I think I was definitely Canada was going for Chelsea Green in that women's Money in the Bank match. Like she was the MVP of that whole
Yeah.
situation. But Tiffany winning was the right person, and Drew. I think for the men to have someone carry the Money in the Bank for so long, like if they would have had it for a long period of time, I don't think it would have worked. And I think it still would have been a failed cash in anyway.
I think it was a waste of a cash in because, like, I get the storyline thing, but maybe they could have done it in another creative way or something to better help push things. And you're right about the storyline, but I just feel like somebody else could have gotten it. But then now I feel that it's becoming like a real accessory piece, the Money in the Bank briefcase. It doesn't have that prestige anymore. Like it's still there, but it's not as prestige as it was before. Like remember Otis getting the briefcase.
But then he ended up giving it to Miz in a match.
Yeah.
So it's just like what?
And then like another one with Austin Theory fucking up the whole thing. Like it's the past couple of years they've been a little wonky with the briefcase. But I have a question for you guys. Who's the MVP of wrestling so far this year?
Like, in what level? Like, are we talking overall? Are we talking about just
overall? Overall,
talking...
who do you think is Mr. MVP in professional wrestling right now?
When you enter professional wrestling, that levels it up just a notch.
I don't know because
That's a hard
nobody.
one because I don't feel like.
Oh, we can go by promotion. We can go by the main two promotions.
I don't feel like it's just like one person. Like, I really feel like, especially in WWE, it is not to like make it, them better than AEW or whatever. But I just feel like they've been firing on all fucking cylinders.
Yeah.
Like, there's
It's
just
collective.
like niggas has just been on TV. They've been having TV time. Like,
It's a real collective. It's just not one group of people. I think it's a group of people.
yeah, I
But as
think it's
far
more of a
as
collective. I don't think it's one person. I mean, if we're looking at WWE, I definitely think Rhea.
yeah,
Definitely.
Rhea?
I definitely think Rhea. I definitely think. I mean, to me, Dominic is always going to be MVP. I feel like.
Well,
I feel like that man has been on such a roller coaster ride. Like, you got to remember, he started off being a whole face, winning the tag belts with his father for the first time, to now fast forwarding to being like one of like the biggest heels in professional wrestling.
this is
Like,
why.
real heel.
This is why I have hope in LeBron James' son. Because this is the same exact reason. Nigga shitted on Doms. Dom is trash.
Yo, niggas
He
was
can't
dirty. Yo, they
wrestle.
was dogging Dom
Damn
out.
dirty. I don't understand when you want a tag team go with his father. That's nepotism. Now look, y'all dick riding him, sucking his dick with 2 hands, sometimes no hands. Y'all give it a Gluck 3000. Necking that nigga. Every time my nigga come in the airport, you booing him. On screen, you booing him. Son, I love nepotism because it showed me this way. If I could give my son life-changing money, why not? I don't want my son to work right next to me at the post office. No, I want him to make money. You feel me? Make his mistakes on my dime. That's what I'm saying. Like Raymond, like Dominic is the MVP because you
I
see
feel like
him.
Dom's been on top. I mean, wrestling has been not the same since Phil Brooks returned. That's for Survivor Series. So,
So
say y'all gonna leave out Drew McIntyre?
well, you already know that's not my.
no. You see, I said that how that it's not just one person; it's like a collective. When it comes
No,
to
you
WWE.
have to. That's not the point.
I mean,
We're
Drew's been
podcasting. You
definitely
gotta
better
pick
on the
one
mic.
person.
He's been better on the social media tip. So,
But Drew
in
holds
all
though.
honesty, I really think he wrote that tweet standing in front of us at the airport. I promise y'all. Because when we was going through customs coming back to New York to the States, he was online with us. And then maybe like 15 minutes later, that tweet popped up, and I was just like, "Did you write that online? Because we all know you're not going to Ottawa. That's not where you going, sir."
Listen.
But no, I Drew, yes. I mean, of course. I mean, in all honesty, and I've said this before, Solo definitely plays a big part. Like, I definitely feel like they've been working that out, the kinks and stuff for that out. Because in the beginning, I wasn't sold. I was like, I don't get it. And I love
It just
Solo, and
takes
I was like,
time. It
I don't
just
get
takes
it.
time.
But
Like
now I'm just like, okay, the pieces are starting to come together for that. So
yeah, because it's
um,
just like I feel like him get rid of Paul Heyman really let him set his own group apart because
So
it
who do
feels
yeah,
you
like a
pick then? So who do
renegade.
you guys pick then?
What?
Give me one person.
I can't give you one person.
You
Who do you
can't.
think? Well, give me
I
one
can't.
person. That's
I
Right.
said
hard.
Drew McIntyre.
But Drew got a supporting cast, so it can't just be him. He got to feed off.
No,
Exactly.
so last year's MVP
Like,
was.
you see how like award show they have best actor, but then they have best supporting actor. Like, you can't
Exactly.
have one
That
without the
doesn't
other.
Exactly.
matter. That doesn't matter. He's still putting on a performance of a lifetime right now.
We're not saying
I'm gonna
that,
give it
but
to
I
you.
just
I
feel
mean,
like
my
I don't
guy.
think that he's alone because everything plays a role. Like everything
Booker
plays
of
a
the year
role.
then.
Huh?
Booker of
Nigga,
the
now
year
you
so
already
far.
know what the fucking answer to that is.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn fucking Michaels. Let
That
me
is a
say this to you.
collective.
When I found out that they had just had this was it Noah? They had the show in Japan, and AJ Styles was there, and Io Sky was there, but so was Obafemi. And I said, what the fuck?
Who?
And then
Over
Obafemi
Femi.
was in Japan. He had a whole match
I didn't
at
know
that
that.
Noah show, and then they just announced that there's some tournament in Japan, kind of like the G1
Mm-hmm.
that I think another company does, and two NXT guys are on that are in that tournament. The black
Well,
nigga from the No Quarter Cash crew that looks like the Gable Stevenson nigga that's not there no more, and Josh Briggs.
well, the thing is, I think one of the things that they're doing better now is they're getting that. Well, NXT always did it low key,
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
like going out of place so people get more reps and also see the potential in people, because you can't wrestle the same people over and over again and get better.
Yeah.
Correct. And I
And then
think
they're
that's
going
a problem at times on the AEW side, where that rep situation is not a real life thing.
well, these
But
niggas don't go to practice.
well, the thing that how that I was knocked by AEW, and I feel it's backfiring, that letting too much people wrestle on a dime on a company because it's not doing nothing. Because now you know how many people got signed off an AEW match to WWE. I think personally that's not that's not helping your company, because if I like this girl wrestling on AEW in that match, I'm gonna follow to WWE. That's like, who knows how many fans are you losing? This is why I feel I'm so against it now, because they do it too much. You feel me?
Well,
They don't do it with like a company like a TNA, something like which it makes sense. You do it for a company that a company that no one knows them, and all these Spanish people. I'm looking like, yeah, I like it, but it doesn't benefit your core audience,
so
and
are we
that's
talking about Shoya just got signed, my nigga?
yes, yes,
Listen, but
yes.
let's keep a spade a spade. If that was a whole nigga if it was a nigga that did that shit, we would not nobody be talking about it.
I would
Nobody would be
talking about
talking
it.
about it.
I would talk about it.
Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that that would be a thing. And I think because she had the match with Sasha slash Mercedes, whatever y'all want to call her today, because she had the match at Forbidden Door, and then apparently, the whole talks of her signing AEW and blah blah blah, and then what ended up happening was is like, imagine your dream job appears in front of you. Are you gonna let that dream go, or are you gonna just go to
I'm
the
not
other
putting this
side?
on her. It's not on her. I'm not putting
It's
nothing on her.
not. No, people that shitting on her, people that talking trash about her,
No,
it's crazy
it's the
because if you was
company.
in those
It's the
shoes,
company.
you
It's
But
the
would
how is it
company.
the
go
company's
with.
fault?
Because like how that you have to limit this. It's getting too much out of hand. You feel me? I'm not blaming her for not signing to AEW, but it's just like you gave her free advertising, dogs. You feel me, to the whole world, and you benefit nothing from it.
But I mean, I feel like
I
that's the risk you take at times in wrestling. Like that's just like when, like if we book somebody and then 2 weeks later they get signed. You
That's
know what I mean?
different.
Like,
That's different. That's
no, it's
different.
Nah, that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing,
That's
because
different.
I get what my brother's saying. Because it's like this: you're gonna bring her on the show. Because the thing about it, what people don't know, she tried out for WWE
yeah, a
and
few
got
years
turned
ago.
down. So low key, because granted she had a name. She had a name.
Yeah.
Now we don't know. We're going off face value. First of all, we're going off face. We don't know how long the conversation was going on before all of that.
Yeah.
But I kind of go with my brother, cause Shorty was on AEW, had a fire match, and then 2 weeks later she gets signed to WWE.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, but the thing about it, AEW kind of fucked up on that, because WWE is petty. Oh, you got this chick on there? Yo, she nice.
Exactly.
I'm going to need that. And you know how
Exactly.
Triple H is.
Yeah.
Triple H loves some women that know how to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all see NXT's like freaking women's division now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how about no? It's always been that way. Don't let's go now.
But
Because
it's not. There's no names on there. There's no names on there. They just built that
no,
up.
NXT is known to at the minimum have 3 women matches every fucking week.
No, he's not saying that, but he's saying that how that all these women don't have names. Like you literally building up from the dirt. A lot of these women,
And then they're all nice.
exactly.
So then you add
That's
her
what
to
he's
you
saying.
add her to you add
Come on,
her over there.
son. Come on, son. Come on. It's
So
just
I
like
had listened. So I had listened to a clip because Conan was talking about it on his podcast, and he basically had said that basically what ended up happening was, and this is once again what they said, what he said on his podcast,
Mm-hmm.
that basically AEW offered her something, WWE not only counter offered more money, but also laid out a whole 12-month plan of what she's going to be doing, and that's a difference maker.
But I will
Imagine,
say this though.
imagine somebody, imagine you going into a room and them saying like, all right, this is what we're gonna do this month, that month, this month, that month. Where on the other side, how many times would we have seen her on AEW?
But
And
I'll push back. But I'll push back on that, Janelle, because the reason why WWE did that because they had to. Because
which goes back to why AEW is good for the whole equal. You always mention the ecosystem of wrestling.
Yeah, because AEW comes with this bag. I'm gonna say let's just throw something out there. They come with $400K, right? WWE probably came with a little bit less, but said, "My nigga, you're gonna win the title."
Yo, you're gonna be.
And the thing about it, it's written in the contract because let's go back because we're canon here. Donovan Dijak said that most wrestlers don't have leverage when they're about to sign a contract. Shorty had leverage. Let's talk about somebody else.
I want to know how. I want to know that. I wish I was in that room with Ethan Page on that contract because for that nigga to 6 weeks in to be NXT champion, I said,
"Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying." Like Carmelo Hayes, the rumor, because you know the rumor.
For all intents and purposes.
For all intents and purposes, he was in the same situation before AEW. I think it was ROH. Maybe TNA, some other companies.
I think he had like 3 contracts.
He did.
I vaguely remember the picture of him signing the WWE contract, but he had other contracts.
Yeah, and then WWE came back and was like, "Now we really want you. Here's a little bit more." We talk about this all the time. And there's a book I'm reading right now about negotiations and getting your leverage. Most of us don't know how to do that.
No.
And I don't care what race and what creed you are, most of us don't know how to do that shit.
Yeah.
Shorty had the leverage. Shorty put on a banger.
And then debuted in Mexico.
and then, exactly. Shorty put out a whole banger.
Hilarious.
AEW was like, yo, here a contract, which I'm going with my brother on this one. You let this chick wrestle on your show with no contract.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they good for doing some shit like that, though. So that ain't nothing new.
So now you put yourself in, and then you go, because you're thinking on good faith. You know what I mean? You thinking good faith, like, yo, Shorty gonna come through. She gonna sign on the dotted line right after this match. And Shorty's like, bye-bye.
Yeah,
I got this bag over here. Yeah. But I used y'all for leverage.
Which is fun. Like I tell people, which is fine.
I'm not mad at that.
No.
Like, we can't be. My thing is that I just didn't like on the internet people trying to dog her out like that. And it was just like, yo, you can't really do that. You got to put yourself in her shoes if you're gonna really think about it. And if that's your dream and they offering you this opportunity, bro, I'm out.
Because like at the end of the day, a lot of these wrestling fans don't like women. Period.
Say it a little louder.
They don't like women. And it shows every time you talking to them. Like a lot of them that are friends on Facebook, every other post is this woman did me dirty, this woman this, that, a third. And then here comes like, oh, women wrestling is this way, blah, blah, blah. And here comes the third one. Oh, look at her ass is so fat. Oh my God, lustiness. Same vicious cycle over and over and over and over again.
Bailey?
BBL Bailey.
I'm just trying to put that out.
I just wish I knew when Nia said that. Like, did she really just did she stop and really was like, oh shit?
Yo, that shit was fire. Like,
that shit was hard.
had a conversation with
I
Dwayne.
wasn't
He was
expecting
just
that from
like,
her, and I was like,
who
"Excuse me."
who's I talking to about this? Someone's like, that joke was corny. It was whack. Why you trying
Nah,
to cause I
it
was
probably
like,
was fucking trending.
No, it
exactly.
was trending.
It probably trended on Twitter.
If BBL Bailey was trending, because the thing about it, we all think this.
And that's the one thing I think WWE is doing a lot better, and they're leaning into what the fans are talking about.
Yeah,
Like
because
even
everybody
a
knows
few weeks
Bailey got a
ago,
fat ass. Respectfully.
somebody I remember the internet was kind of like people were talking about like how Dominic should do what Eddie did with China to try to get her back. And then when I fucking saw that Rose on Monday Night Raw, I said, wow, they really did that.
But you know what they're also doing really well, and the wrestlers are doing more recently? They're taking their storylines onto social media. Because Dominic had the Players Anthem from Outkast and UGK playing on his Instagram on his like picture, and I was like, yo, this is like they're going into social media more, and it helps create the storyline.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it
it
helps.
does.
I mean, it's an interesting take. So I want to get your guys' opinion, and I know we're just jumping around, but we just chat and we just plotting like how Mr. Black say. Um, so apparently, as many might know, AEW is doing a residency in Arlington, Texas, for the next like few weeks for Collision, leading up to their UK show. And I had read the other day that apparently they are gearing up to doing a stadium show in Texas next year. Now, my question to you guys: is that a good idea or is that a bad idea?
So is that set in stone?
So I don't know if it's a 1,000% set in stone, but I think what ideally, I mean, if I was them and in the business sense, I would test the market as they're doing with the residency, and then seeing if because Texas is a very big wrestling state. Devon Eriks, Austin, Taker, like Texas is really big on wrestling. So it's not like they can't get to that's not a wrestling market, but they're working on, since they did the UK stadium show, they're working on doing a stadium show in Texas,
I want to
possibly.
see how the residency does, because the reason why I want to see how the residency does, because respectfully, AEW's cold right now. They're cold. So now them being cold, if they can still do near sellouts or like 75% capacity during a time that they're cold, and they've been heated up lately because they've been doing better storylines. Like they've been actually putting on a show.
Because what's name's back?
Who?
QT Marshall.
Oh,
Yeah.
QT Marshall. Yo, he did some like bodybuilding competition. He looked kind of like, yeah. I was
He's
like,
back in. Like how that they got rid of him. Then they realized that shit, it hasn't been the same since you left. So that's why that the storylines are
Yeah.
better. It's more consistent because of QT.
Well, that makes sense, but that's so. If they can do 75% for majority of the residency and get hot by next year, I think they'll be okay.
okay,
I think so too.
I genuinely think they'll be okay.
I mean, like at the end of the day, it can't hurt. Like honestly, I want AEW to succeed because it's more money on the table. It's
it just makes
more
everything
right,
more interesting.
right.
And this is in the most interesting time of wrestling. So
Exactly. There's more money on the table because as a wrestling fan, who don't want to see wrestling on TV? You understand? And as a wrestling fan, is I mean, I watch AW all the time consistently. How I used to, I'm getting back to because storylines are better though. But it's a good alternative. You understand? Like it's good for the business. Like why am I get mad that another company with like deep pockets are doing their thing? Because I want to ref there one day. I want people to succeed. So I'm not against it. I don't want them to get embarrassed. That's the thing. Meaning
so
that
that's my
they
fear.
don't fill it up all the way, at least 75%. Because anything below 75 is a failure.
So that's my fear, and I only fear that because they had just announced, and I think either tickets I think are going on sale soon for Grand Slam here in New York, and every year the numbers have decreased. It has not been on a consistent. Like the first one we all went to the first one, and then the second one it got a little lower. Third one got a little lower.
You know what it
So
is?
my fear is, I mean, also too, New York is oversaturated as fuck. So niggas just be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. So,
I was just about to
but
say
my
that
fear
like
with
New
them
York fans
is,
are assholes.
but but my fear for them is that, like, for instance, because that picture that had like that article and what them possibly doing stadium show, the picture was like an AT&T Stadium, and I was just like, I would not do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I don't think WWE can fill that up without it being a Mania.
They could.
But
Well,
that's why
Like
I'm saying don't do that, because
I
unless you
mean,
want to do like double or nothing there, or like
it
something
has to
big,
be one of
yeah.
their biggest shows.
Berlin, or like it has to be like a really really big. And I don't even know if a really really big is gonna get 67,000 people in the state.
That's a
Like the
lot of
only reason low
motherfuckers.
key why I feel they got the 80 in the UK is because UK don't get shows like that. They don't get.
They should be doing smaller markets.
Yeah. But the thing is, the problem with smaller markets is they don't appreciate wrestling. Like I think it was a couple weeks ago on Raw,
They were in.
like
I think they were collision. It was in like Mississippi or something. And I was just
something
like,
like that. They didn't appreciate it. Like again, and I'm not getting on the company in general, but certain places that even WWE has trouble. I think what Raw they went to, it was just trash. It's like, yo, the energy is just trash. Certain audience,
But they'll show up though.
cool, but it looks bad on television. And you know how niggas be nitpicking that shit though, son.
yeah,
And it's
because
just like
it may not always translate, and that's how I
exactly.
feel whenever I'm at live shows. Like I be wondering, like at home, like, yo, do y'all feel the way that we feel here? Because whoa.
Sometimes it
And
translate
then
well.
sometimes people be like, nah, it's mid. And I just be like, nah, like there is a different vibe. And then vice versa. Some people may pop more at home than they do live and in color. So it's just
Well,
a
because
Yeah.
the camera angles, the feeling of the crowd, who
Let me
you
tell you
go
something.
with.
WWE production, and y'all know I'm very big on production nowadays. WWE production in the Attitude Era even was just a different level of production. Like if you go back and watch some of that shit, you should be like, no one else was doing that at that time, and we didn't appreciate that then. Like
They had
I look
sky
at that shit,
cams.
I'm like,
Like they
damn.
had
Well,
sky
you
cams.
know what's crazy? We thought that was fire with what's the dude that was running production?
Kevin Dunn.
Oh, the nigga, what was his
Yo,
name from MTV? Oh,
Kevin Dunn. So
yeah.
we for years, and you're right, there was a time where the production was fire. Then the production got really stale, and we didn't know that. We thought
Ow.
we were eating good
We were
for a
getting the
minute
creme de la
with
creme.
Kevin Dunn. Then this new nigga pop up, and we like, oh shit, we've been eating hamburger helper for this long, and this is some real filet mignon that we got here. This
Yo,
It's
is
just
that
like
what we
that
when
need.
wide shot of Sheamus' entrance, I thought was the hardest thing on Raw last night. I said, "What the fuck?"
Bro,
it's just like when Chick-fil-A and Shake Shack came to New York. That's how I feel right now watching WWE. Dang,
Yo,
this is my Shake Shack. This is my
like this.
Chick-fil-A. Dang, I
like
never knew I
because
liked
Even with
this.
we really
coming
thought we
in,
were good. We were eating good.
no, and
We
it's crazy
weren't
because
eating
back
good.
then I think it was so taboo to like know what gorilla position was and stuff like that. The fact that now, like Raw when they started with Rhea, she started from the back and went through gorilla. I said, "Yo, this is actually really dope." Because you never growing up, you didn't get that experience. You didn't even
No.
know people was behind the stage. You know what I mean? So it's very very interesting. All right. Next question, I actually want to get to you guys to talk about NXT and Impact's relationship. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I recorded Impact and watched Impact for the first time in months last week, and it was because I found that Charlie Dempsey was gonna be on Impact, and I was like, "What? Let me watch this." And then last week on NXT, the Rascals reunion happened.
I love
We
that.
got we got Joe Hendry getting a W. And you know what it is for me? The graphics. The fact that on NXT and when an Impact Superstars on there, you see TNA Impact logo on their name. And the same on Impact. When you have somebody from NXT on there, you see the NXT logo on that shit. And that, for me, I was like, whoa, this is a different level of a relationship.
It just
Well, do
shows
you think
that
they're gonna buy them?
Oh shit!
I
I didn't get that
think
far. I mean, I thought they definitely was gonna post Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry at
right,
minimum.
right, 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 right.
I
But
didn't think they
But
would buy.
do I think
yeah,
buying them?
I
No,
don't know.
no, 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 because it's kind of like it makes no sense.
I think they
Because
definitely would post their talent, but I don't think they would
yeah,
buy
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. They post
why
their
don't you think they
talent
would buy them?
because it's too much. Because like it's too much already, and I feel
But
like it won't and I feel like it won't get that
It's
care
just a
that they
different
need.
niche.
Yeah,
I feel
it's just a different
like you
niche for
have
them.
like the mixture of the old niggas that ain't on AEW, WWE anymore. Boom. Then you got a mixture of up and coming niggas that's from the indies, still on the indies, but can do impact at times.
Yeah.
Like it's still, I feel like impact is that good medium, especially if you're still on the indies. And I feel like if WWE were to take that, then I don't see them buying it. I would
so the
Mm.
definitely.
reason why I see the potentiality of them buying it is that could be their other level of developmental.
But I don't know if they need it.
They
Yeah.
don't, but that could be what you said. That it could be the starting point for indie guys to go to. Like we don't even. It doesn't even have to be a WWE branded promotion, even though WWE does be branding everything. But it could just be TNA, Impact, whatever, but it's still part of the WWE family. It's
Well,
like how Coca-Cola has like so many other brands underneath them.
But like there's a difference. There's a difference.
I
Is
don't know.
they
I just don't
like
feel
how
that.
that when you go to certain places, they say that, hey, do you have Pepsi? No, we got Coke. There's a difference. You feel me? And the
Yeah,
Pepsi line and the
No,
Coke
impact
line,
is definitely
it
an
makes sense.
acquired taste.
Exactly.
It's a
It's
different
just
taste.
like
So
it
I
don't
don't
okay.
know. I don't know.
Because when you look at Coke products, it's like a uniform feel to them. Pepsi products is a uniform feel to them. It's just like you cannot put um 7 Up with Coke. It's just different feeling. You feel
but
me?
I get that. I get that. But the thing about it, why not have Impact for another option?
But I do think
It
to
could be
answer
that
your
Smoky
comment,
Robin. It could be that Smoky Mountain. I don't know.
I
Reason
think,
why that
oh, you
has
going
that.
territory wise. But
Reason
that's
why I
kind of what
said
NWA's low key doing, low key on the low.
yeah. I just think that honestly they should just keep it as just like listen. I think that they should both keep on working as a great relationship,
Yeah, I think
but
the partnership. This is a
yeah,
real partnership. So I
yeah.
think
Oh my
good.
gosh, let's talk about that. The fact that you see AEW, I mean TNA talent on WWE and vice versa, but
Yeah,
on
I'm up.
AEW, all you did was take all the titles, wrestled on their territory. None of the wrestlers really came over. You had a whole women's tag team tournament. Not one of them from
Yo, I
TNA
was
came over and wrestled.
so upset. Deanna and Tasha and all of them. I was so upset they didn't even get the opportunity to go on AEW TV. I was so upset by that because I was just like, there's a missed opportunity here.
And one thing that hurts my heart is Kiara Hogan was fire, fire on TNA, fire. AEW.
Because she's friends with Swole.
So
Speaking of
yeah,
the
son, like my nigga David Lawson. I feel like D Demore was trying to get them back to old roots, but they didn't want that.
I
Yeah,
just
you're
hate
right, my
that they
nigga.
didn't let Scott Demore
Yeah,
buy it. I
yeah,
hate
yeah,
that.
yeah. Me
It's
So we're
too.
not
just
what
gonna
a
ignore what I
bad.
just said.
Yeah, me
Yes,
too, man.
yes, we
Someone said that. So y'all want to wrestle Monopoly? No, no, it's not
You
So
wrestle
know
y'all
what? If
really
Monopoly.
just gonna
you get
ignore what I
bored,
said? So
absolutely
y'all
yes.
not gonna understand that's the truth?
If I'm
Don't
not
ignore me,
denying it.
niggas.
I'm, I'm not denying it. But if Loki, if Milton Bradley had did a wrestling Monopoly board game, that would be like the most interesting shit to do.
They did. It's called WWE Monopoly.
Where?
They've been having it. It's old. Look it up. Yes, they've been having it.
They
Yeah,
probably do have it.
yeah, they
Knowing
do. Yeah.
Vince's ass about branding every fucking thing alive, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
they
After
had
the
But
it.
check.
in all honesty, it's actually a genius thing to do.
Yeah.
But
It was
all
during
right,
the time
let's.
where like Monopoly was just making games out of everything. During that time, yeah.
Well, that's just like so. It's so funny because I kind of feel about like Loki Uno, but Uno has like mad decks, so we collect all the like we collect decks of Uno. It's very interesting. But
They do got the
okay,
interesting
what?
one too. Yeah, they do like Uno. They have to say when they have branding Uno cards, they feel like the brand. You feel me? They feel like
Yeah,
the color, everything. So you're right. You're right.
yo, and I'm so upset. This is to WWE. Y'all in this Bojangles relationship disrespectful to all of us up here that don't even fucking have a Bojangles.
Fucking tight.
So
It's
I
fucking
had to
tight.
cohort a
Fucking
friend of
tight.
mine that lives in Maryland to get me 2 cups because I was like, this ain't happening.
So they did have a WWE Monopoly,
Told you.
Oh, okay. But no,
and
but like not
they had
like
a WrestleMania one.
ooh.
Eddie
I
Guerrero
don't even
is on
like
the cover of it,
Monopoly, but
right?
I would buy that. Michael likes Monopoly, but I don't really like Monopoly like that. That's not my go-to. But all right, let's talk about what else is going on. Oh, AEW this week, 250th episode, which is actually a really, really big deal. I
Facts.
think that's a
Hell
really
yeah.
great accomplishment.
Hell yeah.
But
That's 5 years, right?
yeah,
Oh.
just about him. Yeah.
Oh.
But is it too soon to pull the Osprey Maxwell match?
So can we talk about
Because that
Osprey?
doesn't sit well with me.
But Will Osprey talking about how that he lost on purpose. He lost
That he
to
suggested the match and took the L to put Swerve over.
he shouldn't have told anybody that.
He shouldn't have said
Yeah.
not a fucking thing.
He talks too
I
much.
hated that. He shouldn't have said a word.
Yeah.
No one even asked you. No one
Nobody
asked.
asked him nothing for that. He shouldn't have
And
said
and
anything
it
about it.
really, it just, it took away the actual W that he got from that.
Yeah.
Like how
And
that
I hate it. And we don't really, but I hated that for him. I was like,
like
why did you do
you
that?
may hate
So
on
now
Vince
you look like
McMahon.
Captain Favorho, and I don't like
Like
that.
you may hate on
The
Vince
White Hope.
McMahon. Yeah, the white hope, but like you may hate on Vince McMahon, but every day I see why he was so anal about certain things. Because in WWE you did that shit, you getting punished. Why the fuck are you talking like that? Shut the fuck up and just do your job. And now I understand why Vince operated the way he did, because he want to keep the mystique of his characters. Because why are you saying that for? What do you gain from that? A pat on the
No,
back?
he
And then
wants something.
it made
Listen.
okay, it made him look pussy. Like I was just like, this is not
I like Osprey, but he shouldn't have said that.
No, he
no,
talks too much. He talks too much.
no.
And like
And you know what it is? Is like it wasn't coming from a malice place.
it
It was coming
wasn't.
from like a place of like like I have this love and admiration for Swerve, but it was just like no one asked you to say, hey, this was
You don't
my
say
idea,
this now.
and I put him over.
You don't say this now. You say this years from now when you on Chris Van Leek or the
That's like if
Jobbertears,
women
you
would have said
talking
that shit
about
about
it.
Cody.
Oh man, I lost on purposely. Nigga, we don't want to hear that
Like
shit.
what?
What's wrong with you?
That? It's like if
No.
Roman would have on the press conference after WrestleMania said, well, you know what? My idea. I
Like
only want to put Cody over. What?
like for example, if you put raisins in a potato salad, I don't see it. Don't tell
That's
me after.
disgusting.
That's
Don't
just
tell me
You
that
know
shit
that's
what?
just
after.
I mean that's disgusting, but that's fair in the sense of like, don't tell me what's in something because I'm very picky, so don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
put some
Like don't
apples
tell
in
me.
there. Mm.
That's disgusting. But back to
Nigga said
episode.
apples. You going too far, dude.
You
Yeah,
never
it
had
just
apples in your potato salad?
Nigga, that's too crunch. You know what?
this nigga you went too far.
You went too far. You went too far.
You went too far.
You went too far, son. Nigga says
He said
apples,
you took
man.
it too
Boy,
far.
I can't wait to clown you tomorrow. Like when I call my girl in the morning, she gonna clown you.
Wait,
Apples. What the fuck is
so
that?
Michael Wilkins said that he put apples in his potato salad.
Potato salad.
Is that
Nigga,
it?
raisins and some apples? That shit tastes
He said
good,
raisins
son.
and some apples.
Raisins, I can understand because it's consistent with like the texture. I can understand that. But apples, you went too far, dogs. You went too far.
But all right, back to 250th episode of AEW. So once again, are we pulling the trigger way too early for this MJF Osprey match?
This is what
No, but they need
happens.
it.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't build up no one else. You had
Say
all
that
this
louder.
time. You don't
Say
build up
that
no
again.
one else. You have all these wrestlers, but you don't build them up. Welcome
Yo,
to the
I felt
kingdom.
like I had read they got like 200 people on their roster.
I'm not surprised.
Oh man, nigga. What the fuck? So all right, so they have that match. I guess we can. I mean, I've always liked the Tony Storm gimmick and how they built that. So this nigga say you are not in charge of that. No, because he's not gonna be in charge of nothing because all he's gonna do is eat the food, so it don't even matter. So I do like the Tony Storm Mariah May situation. I definitely knew when they did the tournament that Mariah May was gonna win anyway.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
good. It's a good
I'm not
look.
gonna hold you. I was a smidge disappointed that Hangman didn't win.
Me too. Me too.
I
Me
was a
too.
smidge disappointed because for me that's the better story.
Yeah,
And
me
then
too.
now we're
Me
going into
too.
the UK with really essentially two baby faces because
Hmm.
Swerve
Right.
isn't a heel
Right.
and
Right.
Daniel Bryan's not gonna get booed.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's just an awkward dynamic. I feel like they put themselves into with that match. I mean, I get it. Daniel Bryan's on his full time retirement tour.
I guess.
So,
Oh,
but
the
yeah,
one thing that how that I didn't like that I don't like about AEW is they don't build up to the bloody matches. Like you have
yo, can we
the
talk about how
lead,
this blood and guts shit is supposed to be next week and who's on what team?
like dead ass. I don't feel the reason for any of this should be happening. My brother said, "Oh, it's wrestling." Blah blah blah. My nigga, when mankind, when Mick Foley fought Triple H in Hell in a Cell, you felt the build up. Brock versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell, you felt the build up. The Bloodline versus Kevin and Friends, the build up. Now this match is, all right, we the elite, and guess what? We're a bunch of like jocks. We don't like none of y'all. We get fancy clothes. Yeah, you know what? Come fight us. I have no emotional investments.
He's
And you
right.
know they lost me because the first time they did the whole what was it? Was it 6 man tag or whatever they did? Swerve wasn't really involved in that. So
Thank you.
now that he's, I guess, team captain of AEW, it's just like, excuse me.
Thank
So
you.
now you got him, you got the ROH World Champion, which barely people watch ROH and would know that. And then I don't know who else. I did like that Darby did come back though. I did pop for that. I will say.
Why, Darby? Stay home, rest, man. You know what it is? You don't have kids yet. That's what it is. Once he gets kids, he'll realize that, all right, man, some of the shit I do makes no sense.
I think it's
But
still
yeah,
not gonna care.
they got yeah. So it's weird because how do you build to how do you make a big feel of the 250, which I guess having Osprey and MJF in that, and I think they're opening the show at that. So then the following week having the whole 2 cage blood and guts shit.
Well, they got it. They've been. They're cold. They're
So
trying
how
to
do we
heat
get it
up
to be
before they
hot
go to
again?
Texas.
What
Huh?
for you? What will it take for them to get a little hot for you?
Consistency.
Yes, and use all of their resources. Hey, you know what? I be seeing certain independent company. How can I continue the storyline? You feel me? Videotape. Use what you have. You have videotape. You have camera phones. You have $1 million like a $1 billion corporation. Use your resources. Like deadass. I should know what's going on Impact. I mean on Ring of Honor every single week. I don't have to watch NXT, but they show a promo each and every week. Say that
You
why
hear
I should
me?
watch it.
Yo, there's a clip of something, a promo in something NXT on SmackDown and on Raw. There is something.
Come on. There's
Well,
something for
but that's what
NXT.
they need to do. Like my brother said, it's what are they doing? The thing about it, I don't understand why this nigga hasn't gotten somebody from WWE to come work for him.
Because I think I don't think it'll work. I don't think somebody will be like, unless like they have either full control of what they're doing and maybe a little bit more money. I just don't see how
Nigga, give them
somebody
the full
like I
control.
couldn't see somebody like Braun Breaker be like, yo, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like,
But I'm talking about more about behind the scenes. The thing about it,
oh well,
Ethan Page said it. He went from a
Kevin
place
James said
that
the
was
same thing.
he went from a place like I said like I'm saying like yeah you're right. It was so unorganized. Now he's part of the machine.
That's
So
embarrassing, low key. For them to when Ethan Page said that, and I was like, that is exactly what Jay said on Busta Open Radio, and I was just like, oh, like this is
Yo,
real life.
wait. What happened to Scorpio Sky?
Oh, good question. I have no idea, but if he pop up on NXT, I'll let you know. Who knows? And
Scorpio
that for
Sky
me
is
is,
collecting a check.
that honestly is like the thing for me, especially on NXT, is like literally Sean Spears, Brian Pillman Jr.'s son, fucking Ethan Page. These are people that was never really on TV on AEW.
You know what it is though? When you
They've
talk
been
to
on
these
my
wrestlers
TV every fucking week.
every
It don't
week,
matter if
and
it's a backstage segment. It don't matter if it's in the ring. It don't matter if it's on commentary. These niggas find a way to intertwine these people somehow,
who
some way.
is Jennifer Peppermint? Who the
So
fuck is
she
that?
was, I believe, a writer for WWE, and she specifically worked with Sasha Banks. So when Sasha went to AEW, that was kind of like the thing where she kind of like,
So
whoop,
let me get this straight. Jennifer Peppermint was part of the Vince McMahon regime. The
yes.
same regime
Yeah.
that y'all niggas bitch about. Why you want people from that regime? I'm sorry. Fuck this
Well, no,
shit.
I mean,
Wait,
just
hold
because
up.
they're part of an era doesn't mean that they're not talented and can't produce.
100%. But guess what? And this is why I'm gonna keep saying this. Yo, you have so much talent out there and who could tell stories. I get it. Tony, I get it. You want to run everything, but you have an NFL franchise. You know how shit works. You know that how that there need to be checks and balances. And honestly, watching AEW, it feels like I'm at an indie show. Certain shit I expect from indie show. I should expect from AEW. I should not hear chaos. I should hear none of that. Everything's you running like a well-oiled machine. I understand that. Hey, it's not like WWE, but it's like you have experience of dealing with multiple talents. It's the same exact thing. Something that my mentor told me a couple years ago. The same exact way that you come to work every single day on time. Place that talent that you put energy towards work and put it where somewhere else. You already have the repetition. Just put it where someone else. Just redirect the energy. That's the thing about Tony Khan. And I just feel like it does not feel like the wrestlers don't feel special. No offense. I should not see your wrestlers at WrestleCade. You feel me? I should not see your wrestlers at random signing. I should be AEW sponsor event. Hey, why you not a telephone company? Why your line's not all the way around the corner? Why is Darby Allin and Toya Talons is sharing this signing space with other wrestlers? No, you should be. I should feel like, oh shoot, it's an AEW wrestler. And even when they're outside, a lot of them don't feel bigger than life. I saw Mero, cool dude. I talked to him, but he felt like, you feel me? Then I went
But that's
across.
because they haven't really, even from the beginning, and that's kind of like the gift and the curse with them is they haven't really built superstars. Like they're outside of Maxwell, because Maxwell is definitely the not in that category. Outside
Mhm.
of Maxwell, like who crosses the screen and you're like, oh shit, it's game
Even
time.
Maxwell, even Maxwell is just like people can't stand him
Yeah,
already.
it's a little
You feel
shaky.
me? Yeah, like Maxwell is that. Maxwell reminds me of that dude that he reminds you that a lot of people don't like you, Maxwell. Like a lot of people praying for your downfall. I'm not praying for your downfall. I'm praying like this to lift you up. But a lot of people pray for your downfall because a lot of people don't like him. What I be calling in like in these locker room. A lot of people look like yeah he cool though, but he did da 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 da. It's a lot of underhanded shit that he did. So yeah, like Maxwell to me is not gonna be a savior. He's a good hand, yes, but he's not a superstar. I mean, like he's not elite. I'm
He's
sorry,
there.
he's
He's
not.
there,
Well,
superstar. He's there,
yeah, but
superstar.
the thing about it,
That's
it's
the
they don't
difference.
have their identity. They haven't cultivated an identity. It's a bunch of shit thrown at the wall.
We
You
can
just see
wrestle. We all can wrestle good. Every company got good wrestlers. What's next?
But that's what I'm saying is they don't have a signature identity. They had it before, but they haven't had anything. And then when it comes to the organization of the company, like he said, he doesn't have a real team underneath him.
And in
Like,
all honesty, and that is not even just a wrestling thing. That's just like a work thing. That's like an actual
Yeah.
job. If you're at a job and you don't feel support, you don't feel like you have people you can talk to, you don't feel like you matter, you're gonna be unhappy. And you get to a certain point where you have people that's there that's okay with that. There are people that are okay with just the bare minimum, and that's okay for them. But for some other people, that's not okay for them, and those are the people that are no longer in that company,
Yeah,
and it shows.
yeah.
It does.
So
It
yeah,
does. It
All
does.
right. Real quick off of, I think it's very interesting though that Nyla Rose is facing Mercedes Monet on Wednesday night. I'm just gonna throw that out there too. I was like, what? Random,
random as
but
fuck.
okay.
Wait. I have nothing against this, but again, it's episode 250. You could have built this up.
Correct. Correct.
Of course they can.
Correct. Um, anything else you guys want to touch on in wrestling and stuff that we haven't really spoken about since we haven't really spoken about
Uh,
wrestling in some time?
Cody's saying that he said that the Young Bucks, like he got mad because Young Bucks, he's saying he was the last piece to come to, like, last piece to the whole AW puzzle, but he was
That
really
he
the
was the
first
last
one.
signee, but then it mentioned how he was the first one to talk to Tony Khan. I mean, listen,
Probably.
Cody
Everybody
has
got
right.
their narrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
has their
Yeah.
narrative.
Well, how he sees it is, I mean, it's not like he's lying or nothing. That's how he feels. That probably is the truth. But
Yeah.
I
in their
love the
book,
Young
that was
Bucks
the
book.
narrative.
I love the Young Bucks book because it showed me why all the leads about putting my niggas on.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what it is? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with nepotism in sports. I don't give a shit because rich people business is none of my business. But I just feel at least do it right. Make it make sense. Like, if you're gonna do nepotism, make it make sense for your company. Like how the Knicks did it. They got Mikal Bridges because the chemistry makes sense. It adds to the team, doesn't take away. So I think the problem is with AEW is they sign all their friends, but it doesn't add to the
There's no value. There's no
bottom
added
line.
value to it.
Exactly.
So let me ask this. Let me ask this last question: who has the better, bloodier photo? Stone Cold, Becky Lynch, or Donald Trump?
You said who has the what?
The better, bloodier photo, iconic photo.
Oh shit. I'm gonna go with Austin still because that's like one of my favorite T-shirts. That was like one of my first wrestling T-shirts. Was that Stone Cold Austin Red 316 shirt that I'm still looking for to this day. But Becky Lynch is a close second. I ain't gonna hold you.
So we're not putting Donald Trump up there?
No, we not.
Because, man, that was scripted.
We not.
That was scripted.
And then had the audacity to go up there last night looking like this.
So I'm gonna say this. Real or not, that was the greatest babyface move done in American history.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because before he was on his heel shit. Super heel shit, you know, hey, this is we about to make America great, blah, blah, blah. He had a whole ass speech prepared for either tomorrow or Thursday to rip apart Joe Biden. He scrapped it. Because Joe Biden came out and said, yo, my dude, I hope you good.
Mm-hmm.
And then now hold on, he's on his babyface run talking about America needs to come together now.
Nah, my nigga's about to double turn on all you hoes and watch and see.
Well, especially
the next debate because they gotta have the Republican convention's going on now. The Democratic one's gonna happen. That next big debate that they do, that nigga's gonna double turn. He's gonna pull the ultimate Bret Hart of all time.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's going baby. He's gonna go babyface.
Nah, he's gonna double turn on
this. You know what? Even if he double turn these hoes, just like wrestling, you know what black people want to say? Oh my gosh, he's just like us. He's a felon. He got shot. I'm gonna vote for him.
That's what I'm saying. The people
so
love
bad.
him now.
Like, it's
the dumb ones, they're gonna love him now. Donald Trump just pulled about to pull the hottest babyface run in political history, son.
And if he become president, I swear I'm never talking to black people again.
Yo, it's bad. It's bad that it takes for the nigga to get almost shot. That low key set that up because they saw the nigga there.
Because him with the patch on his ear like
But
that.
yo, I'm so embarrassed. That nigga, I said, what the
But
fuck?
him, that's like when Cody came to that Hell in the Cell, pulled
Oh,
Oh
with the
yeah,
muscle.
yeah.
You
You're right.
saw that. And everybody's going crazy.
Everybody was like, why did Cody do the match? Why did he come out like that?
See?
First of all,
That
Cody
face
couldn't
about to
even
be
take that
crazy.
shit up. He couldn't cover that. That's not fair.
He's about to be a whole baby face about
So,
it.
He gonna double turn.
I'm still not fucking with him.
That's a New York, that's a New York nigga. He gonna double turn on all you hoes. Yep. Fuck that.
We'll see.
Just like Eric Adams. Eric Adams, he did the same exact thing. He did a double turn on us.
Let me say something to you about this.
This nigga spent mad bread to tell us.
Yo, we put a nigga in office and thought that it wasn't a nigga. Like,
this dude,
we forgot.
This dude is everywhere. I'm at the Drake concert doing my job. Kevin Durant's right there. You know, Aaron Judge is right in front of me. Little Dirty Uzi Vert was right there. Odell Beckham, Zesty Ass was there. You know, Mandy was there. You know, a bunch of 19 Keys was there. Everybody was in the building. Next thing you know, I'm doing my job. Next thing you know, I'm dancing. You know, Cameron's on stage. Next thing you know, I see Eric Adams giving me dap. I'm like, what the fuck you doing here?
We fucked that one up. We did that.
And
that
you know he came. You know he came. He had the biggest. Oh man, guess what, everybody? Yo, garbage cans. My nigga, son. What the fuck?
For people who are not from New York listening to this, we're talking about the mayor of New York.
We're talking about mayor of New York
City. The mayor of New York,
who used to be the borough president of Brooklyn. You know they took away that fucking concert series. I need to talk to Eric Adams about that because that Wingate series was popping during the summer.
This man Eric Adams cut all these benefits from everybody. Is to say, hey man, it's a trash can program. My nigga, doesn't fucking matter. We've been doing it in the suburbs forever, my nigga. Stop wasting this money and actually have programs that's matter to me, dogs.
How about
he turned heel. The
biggest heel. Mayor Adams is like the ultimate villain that just keeps getting by. Like
because man, it's just like
Eric Adams is the equivalent of the Miz.
Yes. No. CM Punk. Because at any moment, son, he got all y'all fooled.
Oh, it could be both. Could be both. Actually, speaking about Miz, next week, when we do talk about, I do want to talk about the biography series on A&E's been still going, and it's been really, really good. I had just watched the Steiner Brothers one, and that was really good. RVD has one I haven't saved on DVR, but the Miz's episode had just came on Sunday, and then Mark Henry's episode comes on this coming weekend. So I definitely recommend everyone tuning into the biography episodes. They're really
good. Wait. So he left AEW.
Yo, that's it. Yo, shut the get the fuck out of my head. Because I sat there when I saw that commercial for Mark Henry. I was just like,
he left AEW. He said WWE's like, yo, we give a documentary. I'm on there. I'm in there. You feel me? And now Big Show's leaving AEW too, though. This is a point.
What were they doing there?
No. I'm just saying that this is the equivalent of you wasting money, Tony. You did all this shit. You had all these old time dudes, which is fine. I love the idea, but it did nothing. You could have had Big Show versus Marco Stunt. Missed opportunity. Money left on the table, B.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you that whole, even though they was in that random ass Mississippi town. That whole Marco Stunt and Jack Perry match was not that bad.
Fire.
Yo, how to wrestle.
Yo, that part, that whole shit, that definitely got me for a minute. I had watched that, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
Fire, son. Oh, okay. My nigga David Lawson said, I thought Mark Henry was a talent scout. Cool. But what time did he recruit to AEW? And I'm not shitting on him. I'm not shitting what you're saying.
No, because he's very good. Listen, the reason why we have Bianca and Jade is because of Mark Henry.
Oh, don't forget, Braun Strowman too.
Oh, really?
Oh, side note. Braun Strowman, I don't know what Vince did to Braun Strowman,
but
his aura is trash. His aura is trash now. It's just
I was actually surprised that Damian had pinned him clean last night. It was just like
good match, okay. But Braun Strowman, like,
he's too beat up. He's too
too stiff. He don't move. Like he don't move.
Like he's way too. He's too beat up.
It's
He
like a
can't move like he
robot.
used
It's
to.
like, hey, he just doing this. You getting this.
Too many injuries. He's too big and
All
too
right.
stiff.
Last thing before we do wrap up, what are your thoughts on the Wyatt Six? Real quick.
Honestly, I
I give
like
it a
it.
C plus.
Yeah,
Oh.
C plus B. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's still
okay.
early, so I don't mind it.
Okay,
It's a
that's
C
fine.
plus for now. I gotta see how they're gonna do it. I kind of like what they did last night on Monday Night Raw. I kind of like because I want to see them in real life.
Yeah.
So I definitely
How's
give
it gonna translate?
it's definitely a little bit more than a C for me, but I like the fact that it kind of cross promotions with Pat's show. So like that videotape we saw last night was from Pat's show,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that's how that went down. And then it
Side
was
note.
Eric Rowan.
Side note. This goes back to what I said earlier. WWE using all their resources.
Yeah, I do like that, and I think even from the first tape, I think Michael Cole was on Pat's show, and then the lights had was flickering and all type of shit. So I do like that they position it in different spots to keep you intrigued and it keeps you guessing. And that's kind of what I do like about the Wyatt Six thing is like it keeps you guessing. Like I didn't envision Bo coming out, no music, no nada. And then you saw the new American Alpha Academy premiere, even though the
Mm-hmm.
shiny suit 99-cent suits, I wasn't for the creed. They know better than that. And I'm going to talk to them about that. But I like the fact that, as you mentioned, that they came out finally. Like it wasn't like just a whole silhouette thing. Like they physically showed themselves, and I like the videotapes. I genuinely,
No, it's
I
cool. It's cool.
I think it's for me personally, it's really therapeutic because Bray passing just still doesn't seem real. So in real life term, like that was his real brother. That was Eric Rowan's best friend. These are all people that had some type of connection to him and being able to be vulnerable and talk about it, it's beautifully done. So I definitely I love what they're doing with that. So it's interesting to see where that will go. But all right, let's wrap it up. The next time we're at Legends. Well, I'm not neither is Miss Wilkins, but we'll have our SummerSlam viewing party in about 2 weeks at Legends. So make sure to come out RCP if you're in the tri-state area for that.
I'm gonna be there
And
by myself. Well, like me, Dre, and Amanda.
They're
yeah,
probably gonna be there with you.
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're probably gonna be there with you. Yeah. Okay.
So Legends for SummerSlam, and then once again we are on the fast track to JobberSlam 4. More matches will be announced. We had just dropped 4th of July, Charles Mason versus Steve Pena for
For
the
everybody who
5 point
don't know
title.
this, you looking at niggas who gonna kill each other. These niggas
Yeah,
are
like
some
this is
wild
gonna be a banger,
boys.
a
This
banger after banger.
I'm telling you this. This is I dub this match. The motherfucking niggas are crazy. Charles Mason, B.
So
Son,
we're really excited about that. We do once again we have other matches that we do still have to announce. So anyone's interested in coming out, tickets are on sale. If you're still interested in sponsoring, you can hit me up directly. But we're really excited about the show. We're really excited that to have people coming near and far to come and support us. So we do truly appreciate everyone that has put a part into making JobberSlam a successful from day one to now. So it's really exciting, and it'll all pay off. And then the day after JobberSlam will be our AEW viewing party / brunch. So make sure to stay tuned for details on that.
I'm
But
done now.
other than that, next week HOG High Intensity.
Yep.
That's
You
that's
already know that Mr.
happening.
Black's gonna be there.
Yeah. It's
I'm
gonna be
trying to
great.
pop out. I was talking to Jay Line the other day, so I'll see if I can pop out.
Okay. Oh, shoot, dang. I know
Yeah.
that had that Jay Lyons in the feud with Charles Mason. So if you want to check out Mason before JobberSlam, check him out. He's in bloody feud
Happy
with
birthday,
Jay
Vaughn.
Lyons. Oh, my nigga Vaughn, he get
Oh,
cancer
Saturday
too?
is your birthday. Happy birthday, Vaughn. Wait, Vaughn, you a Cancer fan?
No, he a Leo.
Oh, I hope so. Cause, baby, I can only mess with about
No,
two. Jarvis and one other person is Cancer, and that's about it.
all right.
But happy birthday to Vaughn. Thank you so much for always supporting us. We love you. Hugs and
Facts.
kisses.
Big Dick V.
Anything else we gotta talk about, or that it?
that is it for now. So
All right.
we'll see
Hopefully
you guys
next week
all.
we can all be physically in person and touch each other. Pause. But if not, we will be back next week for another episode.
Oh my nigga Sean Hansen. This is dude stay be commenting, man. You're welcome, man. You watch me over though.
My
My
man
bad.
came in at the 12th hour. Shout out to Sean Hudson in
This
the
is my dude
building.
right here, man. He
Thank
always
you for
shows love.
popping on,
Always
whether
shows
it's
love.
early or late. We appreciate everyone that tuned in on this Tuesday evening of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
Peace, guys.
Bye, guys.
I know.